Hello, God bless you and welcome again to my channel. I wanted to make this video specifically for men, but on a second thought I felt I should speak to both men and women, especially single people, especially young people, singles. For some reason, I have this passion for youths. I believe that part of my ministry and part of my assignment is to speak to youths. That's part of because I have this passion for youth ministry. And because of that, most of my videos, I talk to youths. I have been a leader of youths for quite some time. And I want to make this video to speak to singles. If you are married, please share it with single people. Share it with single people. It's going to be a blessing to somebody. The Bible said in the book of Songs of Solomon, do not awaken love before time. Do not stir up love before time. And that scripture is so deep and so powerful and profound. And I want to say this to men. You don't Lord, don't let your erection give you direction. Don't let your erection give you direction. Don't let your emotion give you direction. Most of the things I will say here is for brothers, but I'll be putting out a few things to the sisters too. You don't get married because you have come of age. You don't get married because your parents are putting pressure on you to get married. You don't get married because you have money to get married. You don't get married because your siblings are getting married. You don't get married because your friends are getting married and you are tired of being single. You don't get married because you are ashamed of being single. You don't get married because your church members are mocking you and telling you to get married. You don't get married because you want to get married. I'll be very raw with this video. I'll be very raw because some people already made the mistake. There are people, there are married people, I'm sorry to say this, who are regretting their marriage. There are people that if you give them a second chance, they will not marry their spouse. I'm telling you, there are married people who come out on the surface, in the public, and they are smiling, they are pretending, but they are not happy. They go on social media and they are posting pictures, but they are not happy. They are not happy. Some people, if you give them a second chance and tell them, marry your spouse a second time, they will not do it. They will not. They will find somebody else. And that is to say, they made a mistake. And that is to say, they rushed into it. And that is to say, they were not led by God. I have interviewed many people. I've also spoken to many people on this subject. Some people, when you ask them, how did you meet your spouse? They cannot explain. Did God speak to you? And did God tell you that this is your wife or this is your husband? They say, I can't explain, I don't know. We just fell in love. You ask them, what attracted you to this person? They can't explain. Some people will say, well, I saw her and I like her, she's beautiful and I married her. You don't marry somebody because she's beautiful. Do you know how many beautiful girls I've met in life? Do you know how many beautiful ladies I've met in life? Do you know how many pretty ladies that that I've come across in life? So if I want to get married on the basis of beauty, well, I should have been married a long time. I'm in the ministry. And I know how many ladies who send me a text message, who call me seeking for counseling, seeking for guidance. You think that if I want to get married, by all means, I won't do it. By the time I finish this video, you will understand that most people are living with the wrong person. That if you ask them to marry their spouse a second time, they will not do it. They will not. I've seen a married woman look me in the face and she said, I regret my marriage. I've seen a married man come to my house, sit down, a full-grown man, sit down in my house and cry like a baby because of the wife. What is the problem? I'm not going to tell you. When a full-grown man sits down and cry like a child, you know it's a big deal. Do not awaken love before time. You don't marry somebody because you have feelings for the person. You don't marry somebody because they are handsome and tall and beautiful and have good career, so you have financial security. You don't marry somebody because the person is an RN. Do you know how many RNs I've met in life? And I've dated a few. You don't marry somebody because they are doctors. You don't marry somebody because they live abroad. I want to talk to you before you get married, especially for the brothers, especially for the men. Do not let your erection give you direction. You don't find a girl. See, you don't bring. I was speaking with someone yesterday. You know, she was asking me some important questions about marriage, and I was concerned. You know, she said something that really touched me. Really touched me. She said some men bring women into their lives before they find their direction in life. You don't go to a man's house and take the daughter without knowing who you are, without finding your purpose, without, first of all, building your capacity to carry the woman. You don't marry. See, you don't marry because you have money to pay bride price. Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't marry because you have money to pay bride price. So you think that when you have money to pay bride price, you should go and marry. Excuse me. Let me check something. Okay, my battery. Okay, let me go fast because I already spoke for 8 minutes. I try not to exceed 10 minutes in my videos. Lord, help me. Help me, Lord. Before you get married, find your purpose. Find your calling. Find your assignment. All right? Find the purpose of your life, the essence of your life, the reason for your existence. Find out the heartbeat of God about you. Why did God create you? What are you on the earth to solve? What problem did God create you to solve? Find out what it is. That is your purpose. That is your calling. Let me tell you something. God didn't give Adam a wife until Adam got busy. Adam was busy. He got busy in the field, in the garden. He didn't even know he needed a wife. God looked at him and said, it is not good for this man to be alone. Adam wasn't looking for a wife. I don't believe in looking for a wife. I don't believe in that. So many people have asked me questions about that. I say, I don't believe in that. I do not believe in looking for a wife. I believe in get busy in your assignment, get busy doing what God has called you to do, and you will find somebody. That's how to get married. That's the right way. You can't be jumping from one place to another. Look, it doesn't work that way. You will find somebody, but that is not the right person. Yeah, if you look, yes, you're gonna find, but that is not the right person. When the Bible says that whoso findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord, it's not talking about physically going to look for her. It's talking about the root meaning, and if you go to the root meaning of that scripture, it's talking about focusing on your assignment and you will meet the person. Focus on your assignment and you will meet the person. Boaz was in the field taking care of his business, and Ruth met him in his assignment. The Bible said that Isaac was in the field Isaac was in the field and Rebecca came there. They brought Rebecca there. Before you get married, find your assignment and let your calling, when you find your calling, let your calling help you to find your spouse. I will repeat it. Find your calling and let your calling help you to find a wife. I've seen a pastor, see, for example, let me give you an example. You know that you are called to be a pastor or a minister of the gospel and you want to get married. Well, the first thing you are supposed to do is to tell the girl that you are called to be a pastor. Let her know. Let the girl know that you are called to be a preacher. Does she want to be the wife of a preacher? Are you willing to live the rest of your life with a preacher of the gospel? Let her know. That's the first thing. Okay? Because I have seen ministry tear marriage apart. I have seen a woman say, but you didn't tell me that you are called to ministry. You didn't tell me. And she's telling you the truth. You didn't tell her. So it's very important for brothers. Find your calling, find your assignment, know the purpose of your existence, know why God created you, know your identity before you find a wife. Very important. When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Miles Monroe said so. All right? You need to know why God created you. You are not created to make money. Money is good, but that's not the purpose for your creation. The second thing I want to tell you is this. Define your vision. You got to know your vision, your goals in life. As a man, today is International Men's Day, right? So I want to talk to brothers. And I believe sisters will learn something from this so that when you are choosing a man, ask him questions. What is your purpose? What is your calling? What is your assignment? So I will know what I'm getting into. You need to know what you are getting into as a sister. You need to know. Ask him. What is your assignment in life? It doesn't have to be ministry. It could be anything. Personally, I cannot marry a woman that is a medical doctor. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. All right? I need a woman who will first of all be my wife and a mother to my children. Okay? Then, you should have a career that gives you space to be my wife, right? You should have a career that gives you space and time to be my wife. Because my ministry itself, my assignment itself is an assignment to you. In fact, let me put it this way. I am an assignment already to my wife. Being my wife is already an assignment is a huge assignment. So you cannot go and carry another huge assignment and put on yourself. So that when I need you to help me in ministry, you say, oh, you are going to the hospital to do operation. It can't work that way. I'm sorry. So you got to know what you are looking for. You have to define what you are looking for. I'm not against women having careers, but you need to know the person that can fit into the kind of career you want. Personally, let me not say that. I don't want to go too deep. So define your vision, define your assignment, know what God has called you to do, know the goal of your life. Sisters, before you say yes to a man, ask him a question. What is your calling? What is your assignment? Where are you heading to in life? You need to know where he's heading to and let him show you. He can't just say it. If he tells you, I have a vision, I have a goal, show me. I want to see it. Tell him to show you the vision. You want to see it. You want to see it. The Bible says, write the vision, right? And make it plain. Habakkuk 2 verse 3. Let him show you the vision. You need to know. Another thing I want to say is, get a job. Get a job. Okay? You cannot bring a woman into your life and you have no plan to take care of her. Get a job. I'm not talking about part-time job and some contract work. You need to have a full-time job and make sure you are paying bills because your wife is not coming into your life. See, there is something I want to say, and I just want to say this. Some of these men who do 50-50, I don't know what that means. doing 50-50. You and your wife are doing 50-50. And you are the head of the family, 50-50. You are not the head though with that 50-50. Except you have a challenge with your job. If you have a full-time job, what is the meaning of 50-50? Your wife brings 50%, you bring 50%, and you are the head of the family. Today is Men's International Day, so let's talk to men. Get a job, get a full-time job, okay? And be ready to take care of her. Be ready. It's very important. That doesn't mean that a woman will not contribute. That's not what I'm saying. But if you are the head, man, you know what the head does? You make more sacrifice. Another thing I want to say is define your values. You should know your values. Develop your character. Be known for something. Let the woman in your life or the woman coming into your life know the things you can do and the things you cannot do. They should know. Be predictable. Let her know, this is who I am. I cannot do this. This I cannot do. I'm sorry. Let her know you for that there are things you cannot, and you are not going to compromise it. She will respect you for it. Have values. Have standards. Non-negotiable standards. I have a written standard. Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. I can't negotiate it. I'm sorry. Some of them, let me tell you some of my non-negotiable standards. I cannot marry a person that is not born again. I'm sorry. The person must be born again. It's non-negotiable. I'm sorry. Non-negotiable. All right? So you got to define your what you are looking for or whatever you are praying for. Develop your character. Develop the kind of character you are looking for in a woman. Okay? And begin to serve a community. Serve in your church. Get busy. Join a group. Go see. Make friends. Open up yourself to friendship. Good friends. When you start doing all this, it's easy to come across somebody who is thinking the way you are thinking. You see why I said you don't look for a wife? I don't believe in it. Get busy with your vision. Get busy with your assignment. Open yourself up to a community. Good friends. And have a community. Before you know what's happening, is either you meet somebody or somebody will introduce you to somebody because you are in a community, especially a church. Some of you in church, you are not serving. You are not in any group. They don't know you in the church. You just sneak in and you sneak out. You sneak in and you sneak out. And you are praying for a husband or you are praying for a wife. You sneak in before the service is over. You sneak out. No house fellowship, no Sunday school. You don't belong to any community. How are you going to meet somebody? How are you going to meet somebody? So, it's already 19 minutes already. I want to tell you, get busy with your life. Be the kind of person you want is looking for. Let me say it again. Be the kind of person you are looking for is looking for. You'll attract your type, right? You see, let me share this revelation with you before I close. If you attract a person that you have not built capacity to be with, the person will leave you. If you attract somebody now and you have not built the capacity to be with that person, you've not developed yourself to be with that person, the person will leave you because you are not thinking alike. Your communication is not flowing. Your values are not the same. I've met ladies like that. I've met some girls like that. I saw them, I had intention, and I felt I should, be in a relationship. But with time, I saw, no. This cannot work. Obviously, it cannot work. Because you built yourself to a certain level. The Bible says iron sharpens iron. She doesn't have to be thinking the way I'm thinking, but she has to, the person has to be doing something with her life. So I just want to say this. Find your vision. Find your purpose. Find the reason for existence before you find a spouse. I know why I'm saying this. Find your calling and your vision before you find a spouse. Because if you get married and find your calling, it's going to be a problem. Big problem. Big problem. So take time and find your vision. Find your calling. Find your assignment. Know your identity. Understand yourself. Build your life. You don't get married because you have feelings. You don't get married because you have erection. You don't get married because you've come of age. Think before you bring somebody into your life. It's a lifetime. It's a big deal. God bless you.